Is that your war cry?
No, you tightened my bridge cloth too tight.
Sorry for what I just could not do. Sorry for all that I put you through. Fell apart, I fell apart over you.
Well, the conference, community governance and economic development is, those two interconnect. In order to have what we call an efficient economic development activity in your community or within our Matawa region, we need good governance. We don't have it all in our communities, but we have been working hard to attain that.
My main message today was basically kind of a basic starter point as to where you would start when it comes to governance development in your community. So it's all about a community process. How do you go about that? Talking about the vision, talking about implementing your strategies, but always focusing on your end goal and keeping in tune with your community and getting feedback. It's about learning from each other. It's not just a one-sided process. It has to be about the whole community, because essentially these codes and policies that you're developing represent the community, and these people have to live under that. So they need to know what you're developing for them and how you're representing on their behalf.
We did some advocacy and promotion, of course, of our Aboriginal Affairs component to our group. We represent 7,000 mineral companies corporately across Canada. We're the largest national association within Canada and maybe the world. But today I'm here as a sponsor, a friend, and a supporter of Matawa in their endeavors to create economic development opportunities, and as well providing good governance for our communities. They both go hand in hand. Pre-contact, our people utilize the resources from the Creator in ways for us, whether it's through spiritual reasons, utilizing the rocks to heal. We also used copper, and we were natural miners, if you will, before contact, and we utilize these things in a sustainable manner. Now with contact and a larger population living together, we have to find a way to take our part in this economy. It's a $2.5 billion economy, and how we do this in the next 10 to 50 years is important to setting a foundation for economic dependence, self-dependence.
There has been tremendous amount of wealth created on our homelands, and nothing came back to us. This time around, we want to make sure that we benefit as per the treaty arrangement that was signed 100 years ago with the Crown, as represented by Canada, in some cases Ontario. We want to make sure when we talk about benefits, we're not talking about handouts here. When I talk about benefits, I'm talking about guaranteed jobs and training for my young people, my people. I want to make sure that we're in a position to capture all the economic spin-offs from any undertaking.
First of all, the industry people are very important because they are operating on our traditional lands.
I think we're really in a new sort of era for mining in Ontario. Traditionally, companies have just gone to work and worked all over the countryside. The government got away with work permits years ago, so there wasn't a need really to talk to anybody to go to work. You just worked your property and moved on to the next phase. I think currently there's a movement of recognizing traditional territories, and we as mining companies have to respect that.
First Nations and all natural resource companies should become a united voice against the government's handling of land issues in Ontario. I think both groups are unhappy with the current state of affairs.
Really, I don't really think that mining companies are really consulting. We're already always know after the fact, after everything is all done, that's when natives are consulted.
That is the current Mining Act in Ontario. That is what the government of Ontario currently allows. I'm a proponent of that secrecy prior to staking is important to the mining companies for our competitive advantage. After that fact, I think the consultation process should begin immediately. And that should be done by both the government and the companies. So I hope that's all the time we have. Thank you.
This next song is all about my love life. Look over there, I've never seen an animal like this either. It's got a big belly, feathers sticking out of its head. Crikey, that's not an animal, it's the chief. Watch as he hides his band funds.
Well, how many kids do you have?
I have 4 kids.
What's their names?
Eenie, Meenie, Miney, and Fred.
Eenie, Meenie, Miney, and Fred? What happened to Mo?
It's my wife. She don't want no Mo.
I was talking on the topic with the Youth Link to economic development and community governance. The Youth Link is always there, of course, in our communities. It's a matter of recognizing that link of our youth and how we can create strategies and opportunities for our youth to participate in community governance. And of course, one of those big ways would be through youth councils, through each of our First Nations. That way the youth are, granted an opportunity to voice their opinions and to be able to work alongside chief and councils.
We do a variety of things such as empowerment workshops, leadership skills. We're an advocating body of NAN youth, and we attend various workshops such as this one. We sit on different kind of committees such as the NAN Women's Council, the Ontario First Nations Young People's Council, where we just have a voice for the NAN youth.
Well, I was hoping to learn more about how the system works, like chief and council system. I was hoping to learn more about that, and I think I did actually. Then I'm more aware of how things operate and how things should be getting done and what are some issues and stuff that our communities are facing.
So what brings me here today is I do workshops to show youth, Aboriginal youth that, there's, don't care what people say, there's bullies out there and there's people that'll, bring you down. But, just stick to your dream and, have a granny puppet that says, if you have a dream, you follow it, and one day it'll come true.
My ambition in life was to be a singer, but in my family, we felt that it was important to get our education. So my mom said, you can be a superstar and do whatever you want to do, but it's important for you to get your college degree. So don't give in to what you think, the world is facing. Oh, I need to get a job, I need to do this. Really important as young people, because hopefully you will be our leaders and continue our growing in our Native communities. We don't want to be a people that are stagnant. We want to progress. We want to, become a bigger force. You can't change where you came from. You have to just grow and develop who you are. And I couldn't hide from the fact that, well, I'm Native, so this is what you get. So that's when I had. Thank you.